Hello. So it's officially been a year since I've been living on my own as a 19-year-old entrepreneur. I am 20 now, and yeah, you had a few questions, so I thought I'd take the chance to answer a few questions in this video. Probably put the questions right here. But the first question is, do you prefer living by yourself or your parents? The answer to that is I would not be where I am today without having the space or the environment that I could afford to have my own peace to be able to do the stuff that I have done, whether it was just focusing, whether it was reaching home late at night because I had people to train. I had a curfew and all these other stuff would have humbugged me from reaching a lot of goals I had achieved it in the past year. So living on my own definitely helped me be where I am now, and I'm happy where I am now, so I prefer being where I am now. Yeah. I'll probably do about 3 questions. So the second question is, can I ask, how come you took courts ready finance and didn't just buy cash? A lot of the older people are probably going to disagree with me and tell you just buy your stuff cash, but this is specifically for the people that want something upfront without having to go through the stress of putting out all the money or all the money that you have on that one object. Right, so I'll give you an example. I could have probably buy cash, but let me just say I wanted a TV from Courts. A TV from Courts might be $6,000 cash, right? I have $6,000 cash, or maybe I have $11,000 cash, and I say, all right, I don't want to buy this cash because after I spend $6,000 out of my $11,000 cash, I probably only got $5,000. But I know I'm making $10,000 a month, and Courts have this thing where you just had to pay $200 a month for 5 years, and instead of the TV being with $6,000, you gonna end up paying $8,000, right? $2,000 extra to get something that you want now, and this is their service, so this is basically what they do. So that is their job, so that's what they're getting paid for. That's what the extra money is for. The extra money is for the inconvenience of them giving you an object that you can't afford to pay cash right now, and nothing is wrong with that. Emphasis on it doesn't necessarily have to be that you can't afford it, because I could use $6,000 and multiply that so greatly so that the $2,000 is nothing to pay from what I use that $6,000 to multiply. So yeah, that's something that I use on the whole as an entrepreneur. I will not buy something cash if I could afford. Emphasis on the I could afford to do it that way. When you know what your pocket is and you know you could afford to do something, it's not about affording the item necessarily, but affording to be able to make the payments, right? A lot of people will lecture you specifically about Courts and say, okay, if you don't pay your thing, they know they're going to take it back, so don't do that. Why would you not pay your thing, right? That's why the emphasis on being able to afford it and catering for circumstances. So if the payment, like a Bobby, as I said, or a Boobon, or whatever was the example I used, was 50 cents a month, I know, right? Under almost any circumstance, I will be able to put 50 cents towards the payment for whatever it is I want. And as well as they let you dictate your own terms and decide in ways that you want to pay it. So whether it is you want to pay more and less time, so you could pay it off faster and do whatever. Plus you could also pay it off faster on your own. So all of these stuff are stuff that benefited me to get me where I am now without the need to put out as much money as I would have if I was to just pay it out cash, and I save that money and use it to make more money. So it worked out for me, and it can work out for you if you do it right and you be responsible. See, my payment is $1,700 a month for 2 years. Normally when I go, I pay $2,000 to pay it off faster, so I think I have over $1,000 inside over the amount that I'm supposed to have in, so it will pay off itself faster. The experience was good, and if you're in a position where you show that you could be able to keep up with the payments and be a responsible adult, why not? The whole thing, as I said, is getting something that you want upfront without having to put out the full amount of money and being able to pay over a lengthy amount of time in smaller installments that you could afford to pay. Last but not least, how much do I make? I'm not answering that question. But yeah, have a good night. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, repost, and follow me for more content.